Hello, Namaskar and Adab to all my friends from your friend astrologer and guide Irfan, once more with you from your very own channel Astro Assurance. Today we will be talking about a transit which is going to happen in the next 3 months. However, because the transit is very important and I wanted to give you some lead time to prepare for the transit when it happens, because it's going to be a very important transit from a multiple of placements. And so you will need time to prepare for it and also milk it when the time comes. Planetary placements, transits, the dasha or the periods are all not there to afflict you or change your life, but they are also an opportunity for you to be able to use the energies which are given to you, granted to you, and milk the results as you want. It's an opportunity given to you. So when the opportunity comes, it's an also opportunity for you to save yourself if there are going to be some challenges. Prepare for the challenges and prepare for some good things which are going to happen, and make the best use of those opportunities which are going to be given to you, and prepare and save yourself from some adverse things if they are also in line for you. So what I am talking about is the impending transit of Rahu and Ketu in the next 3 months, that is in September. The transit of Rahu and Ketu is going to happen in the signs of Taurus and in the signs of Scorpio. As we know, both Rahu and Ketu, the north node and the south node, they are retrograde in their transit. That means they appear to be moving back, though they are not actual planets. They are the mathematical points of the intersection between the orbits of Sun and Moon, as they appear to be around the Earth. Rahu and Ketu are going to be important transits which happen in September. Now, why is it such a very important transit? Firstly, the transit of these 4 planets, Jupiter, Saturn, Rahu and Ketu, are extremely important in our lives, because these are event bringing transits. They make some event come true in our lives. So something or some change may happen, some situation may happen, because of which, by virtue of which, there may be some result and opportunity for a result that is given to you. And why is the Rahu transit so important? One, because after Saturn's transit, which takes place once in 2.5 years, that means Saturn remains in a sign for 2.5 years and then moves into another sign and remains there for another 2.5 years. After Saturn's long transitory time, the other long transitory time is for Rahu and Ketu, which remain in a sign for roughly 18 months. And so, because they remain in a sign for so long, they have a potential of giving very strong impact, a very deep impact, a life-changing impact when Rahu and Ketu's transits happen. And of course, then the third transit which takes long time is that of Jupiter, which takes roughly about a year, which means Jupiter remains in a sign for roughly a year before it transits into the next sign. And so these are 4 important transits. Rahu and Ketu happen at the same time because they form an axis, and then Jupiter and Saturn also happen. Saturn 2.5 years and Jupiter 1 year. And so these transits are very important. Rahu and Ketu had transited last year in March in the signs of Gemini and Sagittarius respectively. Now the challenge for last year when Rahu and Ketu transited into Gemini and Sagittarius was that Saturn was already in Sagittarius. So what does Saturn do when Ketu and Rahu's transit happens? Saturn nullifies some of the energies of Ketu and exemplifies some of the malefic results that Ketu can give. And so last year, after March to now till January this year, when Saturn was in Sagittarius, a lot of people may have gone through a lot of upheavals basis how Ketu is placed in your horoscopes. But at the same time, Saturn was also aspecting Rahu with its 7th aspect, which means that Rahu was also under some change by virtue of Saturn's transit also happening, Saturn's aspect happening on Rahu when it transited into Gemini. Now Saturn transited back into Capricorn at the end of January this year into its own sign, which meant that there would be no aspect of Saturn at least, and neither Saturn was affecting Ketu. However, Jupiter had transited into Sagittarius last November, which meant that while Saturn transited into Capricorn, moved away from Ketu and away from aspecting Rahu, Jupiter now was giving company to Ketu starting November and was also aspecting Rahu. And so there is a change in the nature of the aspect on Rahu. From Saturn it has got now the aspect of Jupiter, as well as Ketu's company was now of Jupiter. However, what will happen this September? This September, when Rahu will move into Taurus and Ketu will move into Scorpio, which means North Node will move into Taurus and South Node would move into Scorpio, then they would have no aspect on it and no conjunction of the largest planet, which is Jupiter and Saturn. That means a lot of freedom Jupiter and Saturn will be giving to Rahu and Ketu, and Rahu and Ketu will enjoy all the freedom and then will be able to manifest their results in their true form, in their meanest form that is possible. And so this transit in September of Rahu and Ketu is extremely important. Second reason this transit is very important is also because both Jupiter and Saturn, which are right now retrograde in the sign of Capricorn, they will both turn direct. Jupiter will move back into Sagittarius for just a couple of months. So September, October, from September till November, Jupiter will remain in Sagittarius, and then in November, roughly end of November, it will transit into Capricorn. So which means after Jupiter and Ketu's transits, Rahu and Ketu's transit happens, and Jupiter's transit also happens in November into Capricorn. From then on, for roughly till March 2022, there will be no aspect and no conjunction on Rahu and Ketu, and they will enjoy a good round of complete freedom and the results that they will give you. So then from November onwards, September to November, Rahu and Ketu will gain strength when they move Rahu will move deeper into Taurus and Ketu will move deeper into Scorpio, and they will start giving very, very strong results then on. So basis how Rahu and Ketu are placed in your horoscopes, what houses they rule? Yes, Rahu rules or co-rules the sign of Aquarius, whereas Ketu co-rules the sign of Scorpio, which means how Rahu and Ketu are placed in your respective horoscopes in your birth chart, they will also manifest results accordingly when they transit into Taurus and Scorpio respectively. So in generic level, what does Rahu give you as per each sign? For Aries ascendant natives, Rahu will be transiting into your second house and Ketu will be transiting into your 8th house. This is one of the most important accesses, and I consider this to be the second most important or better of the other access that Rahu and Ketu give after the 6th, 12th. That means if Rahu is in the 6th house and Ketu is in the 12th house, that is the least malefic and best fruit giving access for you. After that, I find Rahu in the 2nd house and Ketu in the 8th house to be the second best placement for Rahu and Ketu. And so for Aries ascendant native, the second best position of Rahu and Ketu is in line for you. And Rahu is moving into the sign of money for Taurus. That means for all the signs, because Taurus represents the money sign, the houses may change basis the ascendant, but Taurus is still the money sign, strongly money sign, a natural money sign ruler. So money will become a key component in all our lives, and the other results that you will get is basis which house Rahu rules, co-ruling the sign of Aquarius in your horoscope, and also which sign does Taurus lie in your horoscope. So for Aries ascendant natives, because Aries natives will have Rahu move into the 2nd house, which is also the house of money. So the result that Rahu will give In this video, I'm making more for Rahu. For Ketu, I'll make a separate video for all the houses. So Rahu, by virtue of moving into the second house for Aries ascendant natives, you will find that money will become the key component of how your mindset will be focused on for the next roughly a year and 5 to 6 months. Which means from September this year 2020 onwards till March 2022, your focus will be most on income, on earnings, on savings, and matters related to your security in life. Rahu will give you an urgency and a tendency to worry about money, but also look for different areas of money earning that you can look at. So what does that mean? It means that you will think, being an Aries ascendant native, you will think that, am I earning enough? Am I making enough? Am I saving enough for a rainy day? If things change tomorrow, if things move tomorrow at work or in my business, then what will I do? So one of the things that Rahu with this placement Aries ascendant natives can do is to look at alternate means or an extra income source that they would want to generate. Now, because of the current situation, financial situation around the world, it could also mean that you look at, can I also have an alternate income in terms of some investments I make, or do something else in my free time, cultivate or use one of the hobbies that you have or something of interest that you have, and start earning small monies and then start to increase it slowly. It could also mean that you turn to unusual means of earning which is different from before. And this is a strong sign of also some support from family, and you will also be looking at family giving you some support. So in some families, there could be a family member who starts to earn or starts to help you or starts to support you in your new money making avenue that you may think about, or an alternate or a side business that you may look at. So that is strongly for Aries ascendant natives. However, Rahu moving into the second house also means a strong hunger for money and savings. So be careful that you don't use any unethical and shortcut means to earn money and to save money, because then you may land into trouble. So better safe than sorry. It's a good placement of Rahu for Taurus, in Taurus for Aries ascendant natives. So make the best use of it. Now for Taurus ascendant natives, this is going to be the most important transit. Reason? Rahu will be moving into your Lagna, into your ascendant, into your first house. And which means that when Rahu is in the ascendant and Taurus ascendant natives, the Lagna being the money making sign, money and how you attach money to your reputation is a key theme for you for the next 1.5 years post September 2020 this year, which means that you may look at money being a key thing. And because of your placements of Rahu also co-ruling Aquarius, which is the 10th house for you, which means that career and how you are making money from your career will be important. So you will be looking at, can I make more money out of my work? Can I get a promotion? I don't mind moving into another company which is paying me high, even if I have the same role, same designation, but money is crucial for me and I want to earn more money. So that will be the tendency that you will have for Taurus ascendant natives. Be careful of what kind of role are you given, because sometimes companies can tell you stories that, because of this pandemic we are not making money, and so you will have to compromise on your role, you have to compromise on your designation, you may not get the promotion. Don't fall for those tricks. HR can play those tricks on us sometimes. Look at if your bottom line of the company is very strong, the fundamentals are very strong, then don't compromise so much. However, don't be, because Rahu in the Lagna means you may have a smoky screen in front of your eyes, you may make a wrong decision about your career. Don't argue, don't be arrogant, don't fight with managers and supervisors, but play it tactfully, play it diplomatically, and look at pros and cons and weigh your skills very well and then make a move. There could also be a good opportunity which can come by you, which can really take you or catapult you into a role or a job which can give you a lot of reputation and can give you a lot of name and fame in the long run. So look out for it, and at least don't tarnish your image in the greed. So this is for Taurus ascendant natives, very, very strong placement for you. The Lagna and the 10th house of career being manifested. Gemini ascendant natives, Rahu is going to move into your 12th house while co-ruling 9th house. What does this mean? Which means that 12th house is also the house of foreign lands, working in seclusion, working for multinational companies, working with foreign clients. 9th house is the house of long distance travel. So for a lot of Gemini ascendant natives, a movement from away from your work, from your workplace or your land of residence can be in the offing. You may travel some distance, change your home, or make a move where you start dealing with people from different cultures, or even very strong placement to going to foreign lands and doing very well there. However, the first few months could be a little challenge for you because of the Jupiter and Saturn retrograde. But post November, if you are going to foreign lands, fantastic placement for Gemini ascendant natives. Very, very strong placements to manifest results from foreign lands and make use of foreign clients. If you are in business, if you are working more locally, think globally and you will make more money. For Cancer ascendant natives, the 11th house is the house where Rahu is going to move into. 11th house is the house of aspirations, of meeting your desires, and it co-rules the 8th house, which is Aquarius, along with Saturn, which means the 11th and 8th house are strongly getting connected. So 8th house is of sudden gains, sudden upheaval, sudden trauma also, but anything sudden movement. 11th house is the house of aspirations and meeting of desires, which means suddenly, without warning, you may suddenly get a fillip in your career, may get a fillip in how much money you make. You may get a lot of respect from society. However, there is also a chance of sudden downfall if Rahu and Ketu are not very well placed for Cancer ascendant natives. So it's a double-edged sword for Cancer ascendant natives, but a huge potential for sudden rise is surely there. If you play your cards very well, if you tread very well, don't take undue risks. Don't go do anything unethical, don't go against the law, abide by the law, and try and see if you can use your extended network very well. Then Cancer ascendant natives will not look back if you are able to milk this Rahu position very well. From September 2020 till March 2022, if you play your cards very well, if you put in a lot of effort where you feel your most potential is, this could be a game changer for you. It could be a life changer position for you for Cancer ascendant natives. Such a strong position Cancer ascendant natives will have with Rahu getting into the 11th house, because Rahu is very strong in the 11th house. Money making house, 11th house is also the house of aspiration and desire fulfillment. All desires, unusual desires, unthinkable desires may come true for Cancer ascendant natives also. For Leo ascendant natives, Rahu is going to move into a 10th house, into your career house, and that too in the sign of Taurus, the money making. So career and money get strongly associated. A time for promotions, a time for growth, a time for better designations, unusual companies, unusual working methods, unusual work timings, but a strong fillip Rahu can give you. So be very diplomatic with your superiors and your managers. Play the tactful game very good with them. Don't take anything lying down. Put your name out first for any promotion, any projects which are given to you. Don't shy away from it. Don't shy away from putting your best foot forward. A good time for you, especially with Rahu also getting associated with your 7th house, which is the house of partnerships, working with teams. So if there is a team project there, your career could really take you forward. A good time for asking for promotions, getting great roles, getting placed offshore also for Leo ascendant natives. So make the best use of it, and nothing can stop you if you do very well. This is the best position for business as well. If you are doing a business and if you are in a partnership, beware of how your working relationship with your partner is manifesting. However, very strong placement for doing very well, especially in the realm of career. Career can really take a fillip and take you forward. Second, a lot of Leo ascendant natives may also get married out of caste, culture, out of your religion, out of your birthplace also. That is also an offering. Or you may get into a relationship or meet somebody from another culture also. So have fun. For Virgo ascendant natives, Rahu will be moving into your 9th house while co-ruling the 6th house along with Saturn. 9th and 6th house, a very strong combination for doing very well in your service. 6th house is the house of service. So 6th Lord Rahu going to the 9th house of fate and luck, which means in terms of service, sudden opportunity for you, change of fate can come about, money doors can open for you. Designation change may not come as strongly as you want, but the money making opportunity may come. If for some reason you don't get a promotion, you don't go ahead, you may get a role which may be as good as getting a promotion, but a lot of good opportunities for traveling, for also making money, and also for trying to make better use of opportunities, especially if you are in a service related industry. Just be sure about how you deal with your colleagues at work, because colleagues at your work can be somebody who will be playing behind your backs. However, very good time for overcoming competition. Rahu ruling the 6th house and then getting into the 9th house gives you a lot of power that way. Though Rahu actually translating into the 6th house will be the best thing. For Libra ascendant natives, Rahu is going to move into your 8th house while co-ruling your 5th house. Now, this is a little unusual position because the 8th house normally is not seen as a good placement for Rahu. However, what Rahu does is, this is a placement of research, of finding out, digging in deep and taking out from the bottom, of taking out those things which are hidden or secretive or have been not uncovered for you, which means that those things which you are not able to see before, those areas which you are not able to manifest or profit from before, opportunity is given to you. Now, basis your placement in your horoscope, how Rahu is placed in your horoscope, try and see what opportunities have you missed out, basis what strengths you have. So if you have a hobby which is very, very strong, you do very well in that, maybe you have missed out to that point. There may be an industry or a certification you have done and you have not looked at opportunities in the line of that certification, that strength, that project you have done. So this is an unusual position for you, but it's a sudden development position for you because of 8th house. So suddenly those things which have been uncovered will be opened in front of you, will be manifested to you and given an opportunity for you. People in taxation, finance, accounts, insurance, research, agriculture, space, science, armed forces, constabulary, spy agencies, detective agencies, surgeons, doctors, all of these will do extremely well if you are a Libra ascendant native with this position. So make the most use of it, but be careful that you don't take high risk, because a sudden trauma or a sudden downfall in your name and reputation can also suffer. So prepare yourself very well, dig in your heels very deeply, keep your eyes open and make use of an unusual and sudden opportunity which may come your way and milk it to your development. For Scorpio ascendant natives, Rahu is going to be moving into your 7th house. 7th house position for Rahu is also a good placement, because if you are a businessman or if you are working with teams, it gives you a hunger or a desire to do more, to take up more projects, to do more in business, to contribute more. But the hunger also to derive more from the business also is there. So as long as you temper your hunger, not push the buttons too much, your partnership will be safe, your marriage and union will be safe, your relationship will be safe. But this is also strong opportunity or a placement where you could get linked to people of the opposite gender. So just keep it and under ethical means, in ethical surroundings, the relationship should be ethical. Don't go for some affairs, because this could be taking away the energy of Rahu from what it wants to give you in business, in teams, in partnerships and in project work, and lead you somewhere else. So this is a good strong position for Rahu. Make the most use of it, because Rahu also rules the 4th house along with Saturn. So 4th house means money, the material resources house for you, cars, bungalows, land, vehicles, everything. So if you play your cards very well, you could end up bringing home in your relationship, and keeping your spouse happy will also bring in the moolah. That means you may invest in land, you may buy property, you may make unusual benefits from property. For some of you, you may move to a foreign land, because 4th house getting associated with the 7th house. With your family, you may make a new home there. You may move abroad also. So if you have been looking forward to that situation or that event, this is the event for you. So make the most use of it and do very well. Some of you may do up your house, some of you may make unusual investments also. So all the best to you if you are a Scorpio ascendant native. For Sagittarius ascendant natives, Rahu is going to move into its strongest position, where it will move into the 6th house for the money sign of Taurus. And while Rahu co-rules the 3rd house, which means your career is suddenly given fillip and no event, no amount of any competition can put you down. This is a placement of overcoming all competition, seeing through the game plan of competitors, seeing through the game plan of people who have been inimical to you or who backstab you, who work behind the back. Everything will be clear to you. You will be given an opportunity to turn the tables on them. And the third house, the house of short-term gains, short journeys, using your skill set. So if you are very skilled using your hands or any skill, please make use of it. Vlogging, communication, writing, artistic pursuits, creative pursuits, dancing, singing, all these are strongly manifested, and making within your country, within your company, extreme success will be given to you. The best success among all signs within the country, if somebody will have it, it will come to Sagittarius natives. A lot of foreign travel may also happen because Sagittarius itself is just. So make the most use of it and give fillip to your career. If you're studying for a competitive exam, good thing for you. You could overcome competition and you could do very well in competitive exams, getting admissions into universities, cracking the administrative services, whichever country you may be. So strong placements for Sagittarius ascendant natives with the 6th and 3rd house getting connected. However, you'll have to put in a lot of hard work. The more hard work you put in, the more success will come to you for Sagittarius ascendant natives. For Capricorn ascendant natives, the 5th house is where Rahu is going to be placed for you. 5th house is the house of speculative investments, risk taking, change of job, children, hobbies getting manifested, large media. So if in any way your life is connected to any of this is going to be fantastic placements. There could be a new child being born, a new member coming into your family. Unusual love stories can also manifest for Capricorn ascendant natives with the 5th house getting connected, Rahu getting there. So romance budding and getting into unusual situations for romance, or somebody from across the culture where you get into a relationship there with them can happen. You may also take some risks. Be careful of where you take a risk in terms of stocks or shares, because there is a chance that you may not make the right investments. Sometimes Rahu pulls the wool over our eyes and we are not able to see. So be careful and make the best use of it. Why? Especially for Capricorn ascendant natives, Rahu also rules the 2nd house. Because it co-rules the 2nd house of Aquarius with Saturn. So the 2nd house getting connected with the 5th house. Both of them are very strong houses for money. So finance, accounts, speculative investments also, if you are played safe, can do very well for you, and you may make a lot of money and you may save a lot of money. This is a security bringing placement for you for 18 months starting September this year. So make the best use of it. For those people who don't have children, either children will come to you or you may get children in your life through even artificial means if children have been eluding for you. So good news for everyone. Is there a possibility, strong possibility of children there in your life, even if you have been struggling for children so far. Some of you who have children who are that age, they may gain admission into foreign universities, and for education they may travel abroad also. Very strong placement for Capricorn ascendant natives in terms of risk taking, change of job, strong change of job placement. Good opportunities will come your way. You will be given an opportunity to make the choice and move ahead. However, again with Rahu, as I said, the wool over your eyes, sometimes you are not able to see through. Something which seems to be gold may not be so. All that glitters is not gold. So make your choices carefully and not without taking careful insight into how it is turning out. Then for Aquarius ascendant natives, Rahu will be going into your 4th house. 4th house of, again, houses, cars, jewelry, all sorts of money, and while co-ruling the 1st house. That means the Lagna and the 4th house, 2 Kendra houses getting connected. That's a very strong sign, especially because the Lagna is the most important placement. So with Rahu co-ruling the 1st house and getting into the 4th house mean you will be focusing a lot on buying property, in buying new cars. Buying an extra property is also there, which means multiple houses, multiple cars, a lot of savings, a lot of money being saved or put away in terms of tangible things that you may be buying. And just be careful that you don't go overboard. you look carefully at the documents that you sign, because there is a chance that if you don't see the documentation very well, the documentation is not watertight, then you may fall into trouble. So make the best use of this opportunity, a very good time to get all sorts of things added to your security, added to your riches. The 4th house is the house of riches, so make the best use of it. However, conditions at home may be unusual, and so be careful how you deal with your immediate family. Don't put too much pressure on them, don't take too much expectation from them and become impatient. Keep the home environment good, tranquil, and you will do very well. Last but not the least, for Pisces ascendant natives, Rahu will be moving into your 3rd house. The 3rd house is the house of effort. So Pisces ascendant natives will be working very hard. Whatever they are focused on, they'll work very hard to achieve it. So all these 18 months, they'll keep working, keep focusing. They'll use the imaginative and creative energies to manifest what they want. However, Rahu will also rule the 12th house. Because it co-rules Aquarius with Saturn, which means that with effort you will tide over expenses. You will lower your expenses drastically. A door will open for you to earn from foreign consultants, foreign clients, multinational companies. A lot of you locally may get into foreign companies, big multinational companies, and do very well. 3rd house is the house of short journeys, so you may move within the country and move your residence to take up a new assignment, which is a good assignment, large assignment, money saving assignment, money making assignment for you, getting connected to foreign land. But keep a tab on your health, because of 12th and 3rd house connection. Health could be under duress for the 18 months. So if you focus more energy at work, ensure that you also take that time off to give yourself, your health, some space also. So friends, this is my analysis for Rahu and Ketu transit, which is going to happen in September this year. This is an important transit. It manifests both the ways. It gives you a lot of opportunities to do very well in life. Into the money sign of Taurus, for each sign you can make money. Just ensure that you don't use unethical means, because of Saturn position into Capricorn, very strong position. You may be facing trouble from law or police or other authorities if you don't play by the book. Have good relations with supervisors and managers. Have good relationships in your family, in your love life. Keep the peace at home. Focus more on your career, on your business and money making. Don't put your focus anywhere else. And this is the best time for almost all the signs from a money making perspective. Don't get into unethical means to make money. Stay safe, and all of you more or less from a money perspective, most of the signs will do very well. So friends, this is my analysis for the Rahu and Ketu ensuing transit in September this year. Please like this video, please share this video, and if you're looking for a personal consultation from me, please reach out to me at the links given below. And till we meet some other time, this is your friend, astrologer and guide Irfan signing off. Ciao.